Yo, what's good, everybody, man? Welcome to another episode of Built Not Bought. After a quick hiatus, definitely glad to be back, working on another episode. And honestly, this episode, I don't really have too much I really specifically want to talk about. I'm not going to dive into a topic like I've previously been doing. I'm kind of just going to yap what's on the top of my mind, what I've been thinking about, what I've been having going on lately. So obviously, it's been 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks since I've dropped an episode, right? So I've been struggling, man. I've been struggling. I've been struggling mentally, and I really want this to be the last week of me kind of struggling mentally. So in terms of what I've been kind of going through and the things that I've been struggling with, I've just been struggling with my habits, my routines. I've not been eating the way I need to eat. I've not been working out the way I need to work out. And it's starting just to impact me daily and what everything that I do, basically besides work. Work's the one thing that no matter what the fuck is going on in my life, I'm always good there and I'm always grinding there. But everything else is getting impacted. So, right, I was doing good to start the year, down 20 pounds. And then I just got content, stopped really pushing. And the one driving force behind all of this that's rolling the negativity and snowballing that is my lack to commit and be disciplined behind something, right? The only thing that I can honestly say that I've really been really disciplined on is work, right? Like I mentioned, work, no matter what, we're grinding, we're locked in, because that's how I make the money. That's how I make the cheddar. But besides that first push I made for working out, after that, it started slacking. My diet started slacking. Even my journaling slacking, reading slacking. Just about everything. Consistently making music slacking. Just about everything else besides work, I've been slacking. So, you know, this last weekend, man, I mean, this has been bubbling up for a while, but this last weekend, I really just kind of got to thinking about how much bigger things could be for me and like how big it is now. you know 2 years ago I made 89,000. Last year I made 151, and I kind of left my foot off the gas after I made 151, right? Like I got the house last year. But I'm eating pretty good right now. Like I'm still in number one, if we're being real, I'm still in awe that I made $151,000 last year. Like I almost doubled my income from the year before. And it's like not only did I touch six figures, but I made significantly over six figures. And like I just wasn't really expecting to make that much money. Right. So that was still settling in to start this year. And I think really up until this last weekend was still settling in. It was still something that I was like, oh my, I can't believe I made this much fucking money. But like now I'm at that point where I made it. It's done. Move on. Like I need to like get that out of my mind. Like I can't continuously be caught up on that. So now the whole thing is like, yo, I know how much work I put in to make 151. Like, what if I double the work that I put in to make 151? Like, what if I go harder? Like, how much more can I make? So now, what I have my eyes set on is by the end of next year, trying to make a quarter mil, right? And this is at the job, trying to make a quarter mil at the job. And as I really started setting my mentality on making the quarter mil at the job, it's starting to force me to push more. It's forcing me to think about the other areas of my life that I'm slacking, because now I have this big goal. Now that I have this big goal and something that I'm pushing towards, now I have to start taking the other areas of my life more seriously. I have to start looking at my physical health and how I'm eating and working out and saying like, hey, like I need to get better in these areas because these areas are going to also help me achieve these other goals. right? So by me having this big goal and by me forcing myself to have these big goals, it's forcing me to sharpen up my blade in other areas of my life that I have been slacking on without necessarily only focusing on that area, if that makes sense. So that's something that like recently I kind of been working on, bro. I'm trying to hit this quarter mil by the end of next year. And the whole thing is I could even go bigger than that after I hit the quarter mil if I wanted to. There's people that have been working at my company for 15 years, mentor of mine, and they're clearing crazy money. Over half a mil they're clearing every year. Uh, so I know that there's much more to be had there. So right, that's something I've kind of just been going through, and what I think is going to help me get over that lump. And then just thinking back to the things that I talk about in this podcast consistently, right? Like the one thing that I know that I can do to get back to my norm, I need to start journaling again, bro. Like for me, that's one of my first indicators or my first red flags of like, hey, bro, like something, you know what I'm saying? Like you're going the wrong direction. Once I stop journaling daily, like I know it's a red flag of like, hey, bro, like mentally shit's just like not going the way it needs to go. Because that's always the first thing for me that I consistently do on a day-to-day basis. That once I stop doing that on a day-to-day basis, it's a telltale sign of things are getting ready to go in the wrong direction. Right. So, it ain't nothing to it but to do it. So now, right, we've addressed the issue. The issue is out there. So now, day by day, tackle it day by day. Small steps, journal, start doing workouts in the house, eat better, and get back to being a man of discipline, get back to being a man of standard. Like, it's cool for me to make all of this money that I've been making, and that was a huge goal of mine, but it's not cool to make all of this money and sacrifice everything else along the way. It's just not worth it, bro. Like, I can't, like, if I make a quarter mil and by the end of next year, but I've had to sacrifice my health to do it, it wasn't worth it, bro. I've had to sacrifice that for it. It wasn't worth it, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to try to maintain some sort of semblance of balance in certain areas of my life, right? Like, I totally understand, like, to achieve a certain level in life on certain things, you can't have balance. But then there's also a certain level of imbalance that will adversely affect your life. Like, there's always these base things that you have to do, and taking care of yourself physically, that's one of those things, bro. And then the other thing that I really need to get back to when I was really dialed in, just praying and meditating, bro. Like that's been missing out of my routine all year. And that's something that I have recently started to feel the void on. And as I think about how much money I'm gonna start making, that void is becoming even more evident and even more clear. Because once you start getting to this point of bringing in real money and like thinking about how much money you can actually bring in based off of what you've done historically, you now, without having that big without having this big thing to continue to push for, which you can continue to slide your goal up and up and up and up and up. But for me, my goal wasn't ever to be uber crazy filthy rich, bro. Like that's never what I wanted to do. I've never wanted to try to be like the richest person in the world. That was like never, not that you can stumble into that, but that was like never my goal. My goal was to just always be able to have enough income to separate my time from money. What I mean by that is have enough money, make enough money to, when I wake up, whatever I want to do, I can do. And it's not based off of any constraints around financial obligations or financial responsibilities. So if I wake up and say, hey, like I want to take a trip here, I can take a trip here. Hey, like I don't want to work, I don't have to work. My life is not restricted by finances. That's been my goal money wise. Always. That's what I want my life to be. I want my life to be based around what I want to do, not restrained around the money I need to make. All right. So, you know, we just have to get back to journaling, to reading these 10 pages. And really, the one thing that I could do to really help me get back to that point is doing 75 hard. Um, I was so dialed in 3 years ago when I did that. And that's really what I need in my life right now. With all the different opportunities that I have going on, there's so much opportunity in my life right now. Not even just to make this 250 by the end of the year, but to completely alter the course of my life on a scale that I couldn't even imagine right now. Like I'm at the same point in my life that I was at when I first joined K Force, and I thought to myself, man, like I wonder how big this could really get. And I'm trying to get to where my friend who referred me to K Force was when I joined. That's the type of growth that I could experience in my life because these new opportunities are starting to open up, and I'm starting to find these new opportunities. The only way though that I can tap into these new opportunities is if I'm taking better care of myself, because these are opportunities that I have to fucking be sharp and I have to put in the work for. Opportunities like making my own small, making my own agency, or helping somebody. I got to be careful what I say, but Lord, just say helping somebody make their own recruiting agency catered towards small businesses and showing them how to pick up a referral fee for that recruiting agency. Because of my recruiting expertise, that could very quickly turn into something that's extremely profitable in a small span of time. Opening up a brick and mortar location for a studio, right? That's something where maybe it doesn't make me a lot of money starting off, but that's my passion. Music's always been my passion in life. And if I touch the money I want to touch, then I can do that. Renting out this house and buying another one. I'll have one house rented, somebody paying off my appreciating asset. We're good to go. And then helping my cousin. One of my cousins has been selling cars. He just got himself a dealer's license, paying for his helping to pay or paying for his lease on a location so I can go into business with him. These are all real opportunities that I have in front of my face right now, waiting for me to take advantage of. And if I'm not on top of my game physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all of these different things in my life, if I'm not on top of my game, all I'm going to do is just watch these opportunities slip between my fingers and look back on this and say, dang, man, like, yeah, I'm doing good, but like, what if I really locked in, bro? Like, what if I really took my life serious? What if I cut off all my distractions and really just said, yo, like, let's change your life right now? And the only way that I really know how to do that is by doing 75 hard. But by doing 75 hard, that comes with such a massive commitment. And I'm not ready to make that massive commitment. So, like, maybe I'm not ready to change my life. I don't know. So, I really need to figure out, like, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to move. And honestly, I got this trip coming up next month, end of next month. I'm going to Arizona. And, like, I'm going to just take some time, bro. Just take some time to myself, journal, read, reflect, and really get internally aligned. Get myself internally aligned with ultimately, bro, like, what do I really want? What can I commit to? And what am I gonna grind for? What am I going to make out of myself, bro? Because like, yeah, I've worked so hard to get to this position that I'm in now. And the position that I'm in now, like, yeah, I mean, it's fucking insane to think about how far I've came if you rewind my life like 10 years ago, bro, to like where I'm at now. Like we're talking about a dude who literally spent a year and a half in college, no degrees at all, just been working my whole life. And I just cleared 151 last year, all off the gristle of working 9 to 5s my whole life, bro. Just moving up, taking them seriously. Like, you feel me? Like, I mean, it's crazy, bro. Like, I mean, I'm it's crazy. So, anyways, man, there's so much more to be had, though. There's so many more opportunities in front of my fingertips, and I just know, I know that for me to really capitalize on all these opportunities, that I need to be more locked in than I am right now, because the bigger the opportunity is, the higher your standard needs to be of what you hold yourself to truly capitalize and take advantage of said opportunity, right? You can only you can only arise to an opportunity that you're mentally prepared and you're mentally putting in the work to do. You don't just stumble into making $500,000. You don't just stumble into having a godlike physique. These are things that you don't just stumble into. These are things that you plan for, you put in the work to do, you have the habits to do them. So for me to really take advantage of all these opportunities that I'm saying right now, the actual amount of discipline that I need to have across all areas of my life has to improve by like fivefold. Like right now, snapping my fingers. Like I can't play anymore, bro. And these are things that I know for sure that if I do and I take advantage of, that my life will change in 5 years. Like in 5 years minimum, 10 years maximum, I could probably be in a position to where, like, if I want to step away from like work, I could do that. And it's really like a 1 to 2 year stretch of time period in front of my life. And I just feel it, bro. I feel it and I know it, because this is the same stretch that I just did, bro. I just did this a few years ago in my life. And I saw the massive results and the massive impact that being dialed in from me doing 75 hard 3 years ago, the massive impact that had on my life. I understand that right now, with the opportunities that are in front of me, if I can employ that level of discipline in my life again, the change that I could expect and the fruit of that labor that I could expect would catapult me from 151. We're talking to easy 250, easy 250 to 3 in 2 years. And from there, it's only going to continue to go up. And if I'm making that much money, bro, at that point, it's just going to be the growth's going to be parabolic, because I invest smartly. I'm looking to build businesses. I'm looking to generate more income. So if I'm already bringing in that money, that level, like, don't get me wrong, bro, 151 was cool, but like, if y'all are already making 6 figures, y'all can already attest to this, bro. Like, 6 figures nowadays ain't touching real money, bro. Like you can change your life with 6 figures, yes, but it still takes time, right? You still have bills. You still want to live a semi decent life, unless you just full send on having a totally shitty life, and you live bare minimum and you invest all those means. Then, like, yeah, with 6 figures, you can make something crack. You can make something shake. And you give it 5 6 years, you could do something good. But realistically, bro, if you want to live like a semi decent life, like an enjoyable life where you're not sacrificing everything, and I say enjoyable, but like that's all a mentality, right? Like, if you practice minimalism, if you practice not being attached to material things, then like you can get your enjoyment from other things. So, like, just to address that, like, I do understand that too. I do understand that, yes, you can make 6 figures, you can practice minimalism, and you can very well be content and happy with what you do have while making enough money to stack up and save. But like, for me personally, I want to make money to be able to enjoy that said money at the same time, and to be able to get new experiences. that is huge for me, is going out into the world and trying new experiences and doing new things. So the minimalistic lifestyle just is not for me personally. So I do like to consume, and yes, I am a consumer. So that is something that I enjoy doing. I'm not like a extreme consumer though. So anyways, bro, like the minimalistic lifestyle is just not the lifestyle that I want to live. So right, for me, really the life-changing money is gonna start at like, I would say the 250 to probably 300. Like that's where the life-changing money for me will start, because then that's where I have the money to say like, hey man, like all of those ideas that I just said to you guys, the studio, boom, build it, done. Got a studio up, easy. Boom, cousin got a car lot, yo, boom, done, easy. All any business idea that I have, boom, done, do it, easy. The application, those two applications I've been working on, boom, build it, done, ship them out. Let's see what we could do. So like that's where I can start really orchestrating and moving differently, and having all of these small things in my life right now close the loop on a lot of things that I'm struggling to close the loop on. Still haven't done my taxes yet. I got like four different things that I need to return and get some money back on. Just a lot of small little things that I hate doing. And that's just like tasks, menial tasks that always just get pushed off. I'll just hire an assistant to do that stuff for me, bro. So I could like focus on what I want to focus on, and that's getting to this chicken, you feel me? So yeah, man, like I I don't really have anything that I really specifically wanted to talk about. It was more so just like me taking this time to really take this time for myself, bro, to really just talk through what I've been having going on, what I've been working through. Because like as much as these videos are for you guys, these videos are for me too, bro. These are videos for me to come back to, listen to, understand. Like as much as I'm like giving you all these lessons, giving you all this game of like what it took for me to get to where I'm at, I'm by no means perfect, bro. I'm very much a work in progress, and I'm very much so like having to relearn all of these lessons that I'm giving you guys that I've previously learned. Like just because I've learned a lesson, just because I'm teaching you that lesson doesn't mean that at any specific time in my life I'm able to execute on all that knowledge that maybe I've previously learned and previously executed it on, right? Like it's just knowledge that I know. It's a very big difference between knowing something, and it's a very big difference between consistently being able to execute something no matter how you feel. So by me like reiterating, and by me taking this time to talk through all the information that I do know and that I have learned, it makes it pop back up into my head, and it renews these lessons and it renews these things. Like even right now, after sitting here and talking through basically everything that's been going on in my life, bro, it's not clear. Like I still need to, really take some real time to like journal, meditate, and just be bored, just sit in silence, have no stimulus, and really like lock in with the me. Um, it has helped clear some of the fog away though. And that's another thing, man. Actually, what I just said, bro, that's such a massive thing of like when you're at this point in your life where you need to make a big decision, or you feel like your life is just congested, like you feel like something needs to change, like bro, you have to just take some time to cut all your distractions off, all the noise off, hop off social media, and just be bored. Like just be bored, take some time to meditate, reflect, and just quiet silence, bro. No music, no nothing, and really sit with it. And that's just something that we don't do enough of now because of our phones. And that's something that's really going to help you figure out what you need to do, is being bored with your thoughts, being bored by yourself, having nothing else to think about, and just sitting in it, bro. And that's going to really put you in this place of being centered, and being able to make a decision from the right place. Because when you've been taking time to yourself to be bored, to be calm, to be quiet, to be centered, to be meditative, and to be reflective, then the decisions that you make are going to be internally aligned with what you know to be you, because you've been investing that time in you. So when it's come time for you to make that decision, because you've been locking in on yourself, you've been investing in yourself and your spirit and your mind and your mental, all the decisions that you make, all of the things that you do are going to be aligned with your true self. Right. So that's crazy. Uh, so yeah, man, that really kind of like this conversation was for me, bro. This was like a live journal session for your boy, man. Just to really like help me lock in on what I need to do, on what I have going on. And you feel me, just get right from here. So it's been real, guys. We're gonna looking forward to doing the next one, man. But we out of here.